What's going on, YouTube? So today I really wanted to talk about, prop firms and passing challenges. More so just really about my take on prop firms and whatnot and my experience, which it hasn't really been a whole lot, honestly. But, you know, as you can see, like on the thumbnail, um, my journey has been really, up and down one, really, for real. I talked about it in my a couple of videos ago. But so I passed a couple of challenges. One I passed years ago. Honestly, years ago. My very first one, I passed it on my very first try, and that was kind of like, all right, bet. Like it was just kind of like whatever. I mean, not whatever, but I was just like, yeah, like this is how it goes. I'm that I got it. Like I'm one of the few people passing challenges. You know what I'm saying, for prop firms out here. This was back in 2021. This was when like FTMO was just now like gaining its popularity and whatnot. And there weren't really a lot of people passing prop firms like that. So you could, that was the certificate right there. But that was back then, and I was trading like an entirely different strategy that wasn't really sustainable in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure I could sustain it now that I know what I know in terms of risk management and all that, because I passed it and I didn't even understand risk management at all at the time. Um, you know, but I passed it, and then I instantly lost the account like within 2 days, and that was that was annoying back then. But again, back then I didn't really know what I was. I didn't really like understand risk management. I didn't understand a trading plan. I didn't understand none of that. You know what I mean? Another challenge that I passed, which is with funding traders. I passed that just recently. Not recent. Yeah, just recently, and that was just a small 5K account, and I was really just using that account to just kind of get back reintroduced to prop firms, because I haven't traded on a prop firm in a while. I have taken tests, I have taken challenges, and I failed them. But that was kind of like the first one. That was the first one that I got in a while, probably like in over a year. I had just been trading my own capital. Yeah, for probably about a year and a half. Yeah, and it had been up and down and whatnot. But when I got to that challenge, and when I bought that challenge, again, it was only a 5K account. Um, I've got more than that in my personal account. But I just did it just to, again, just get reacclimated into trading prop firms, because my goal was to get big capital. You know what I mean? And really scale up a lot faster. That was my goal. That is my goal right now. Um, so on that account, I don't really like. I'm not really trading on it right now at all. The current challenge that I'm on right now is with the same company. Is with the same company, funding traders, and that's a 100K account. My very first challenge with FTMO, that was a 100K account. And then after that, I had failed 100K accounts subsequently after that. Um, Even just like with other companies, other companies that are like long gone. Yeah, but it's kind of like it's kind of like crazy. Like I didn't think that trading prop firms was gonna be the way it actually turned out to be, and I guess that's kind of like everybody's problem. It's kind of like what everybody kind of runs into. You think that trading prop firms is going to be one way, and then you come and you find out that it's a totally different way, and most of it are just the restrictions, and how, like, especially with futures prop firms are terrible when it comes to the rules. But then again, they're also very good because for the most part they pay out, and Forex, they pay out too. But I mean, it's a give and a take with all of them, to be honest. And then another current challenge that I'm on, I have just 3 accounts because honestly I got those accounts for free. 3 accounts with Apex futures. So I'm in the middle of those. So that Apex futures, that'll be 150. That's 150K. That's 350K accounts. So I plan on passing that. Really understanding, like, when you trade prop firms, they offer an incredible opportunity to change the way you make income by accelerating what you can make very, very, very quickly. But there's also, it's a chain. It's still a lot of restriction to the point where after a while, it makes no sense to trade prop firms. After a while, depending on how many accounts and how much capital you can get, after a while, it really benefits you really to trade your own capital. And everybody knows that. But honestly, man, I've given so much just this last year to prop firms, and like before that, but more so specifically this last year, I've given so much to prop firms, man, in terms of tailoring my strategy and tailoring my psychology to fit prop firms just so that I can attain what they're offering. And it's crazy because I never thought that I would be in this place where I passed a challenge over 4 years ago. My very first challenge on my very first try. I passed that so long ago. And then now up till today, where I'm still working on passing challenges. Like, I just never... Hey, hi, it's my daughter.
Hey?
Okay.
She over there?
Yeah. Anyway, I lost my train of thought with my daughter coming in and, distracting me. But yeah, just like being in this place of where I had passed a challenge before, and then I passed another one, but it's not enough money to actually be worth. It's not worth trading to me. And now, and tailoring everything to fit these prop firms, all just so that one day I can have way more capital to trade my own capital. It's this funny thing, but it's like it's just this funny thing, and I'm really kind of like taking a step back, not taking a step back, but I'm taking a moment to just really like consider, like, do I want to keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like one of those people who, like, I don't have to trade prop firms, but I do at the same time. I have capital, but I haven't scaled that capital up to the point to where I don't need prop firms, right? That's just the fact. I have not. And I definitely feel like it's easier, especially because I want to raise my income, like, from where it's at now to what prop firms can actually get me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not willing to risk all that much on my personal account. Not as much as I could, or not as much as I would need to, in order to make what I would make off of, for example, a 100K account, right? Like, I'm not willing to risk that much of my account. Yeah, and I don't want to do that. But I'm just kind of I'm talking about this because I want you guys to also think about, like, the relationship between the trader and prop firms and everything that goes into it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people who, I've done everything. I've tailored everything about my trading to fit prop firm models and prop firm rules. And it's just it's a very, like, limited way of thinking. Like, that's the big thing. It's a very limited way of thinking, and I don't really like it, because before I was free. Like my psychology was free. I didn't have all of these barriers around me. Now, granted, I didn't know as much, so it was kind of, it was kind of like ignorance is bliss kind of thing. But at the same time, I still didn't have all of these barriers. You know what I mean? I didn't have all these barriers. Like, the truth of the matter is I still have like PTSD for honestly from failing challenges, you know, and like that's a whole nother, that's telling. That really says a lot, honestly. To have PTSD from failing challenges, like that's ridiculous, bro. Honestly, my dog. Like, what type of dude has PTSD from something that can't even really hurt you? Like, it's a loss of a couple $100 and that's it. But because of how much I put in it, that's what has taken me to those levels, you know, mentally. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy phenomenon, you know what I mean? Honestly. And you know, it's the path that I chose, you know what I mean? And I'm not giving up on it just because I believe that, you know, trading personal funds is better. But don't get me, like, I 1000% believe that prop firms can exponentially accelerate your growth, you know, capital wise. But you know, the truth of the matter is, like, freedom doesn't come from prop firms. Raising your net worth comes from prop firms. That's what it really is. Like, you can quickly raise your net worth with prop firms, but you don't become free until you don't need the prop firms. That's the reality. Like, the freedom to be able to say, you know what, today I'm risking 5-6% because I see a setup that's, you know, clean. Not only clean, it's the best setup that I've seen in weeks. And I want to risk a little bit more on this because that's what I want to do today. Prop firms, you don't have that option, or you're gonna be in trouble. You know, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know people who regularly risk like 7%. Like, that's what they do because they have the capital and they're free. And and it is what it is. And it's not like they're not over leveraging. Their trading plan is built around like 7-8%, and that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not just flipping accounts. Like, that's their consistent thing. Like, they're trading between, you know, 4 and 7% every day. And I'm like, man, yo, I mean, I'm trading around like 3 to 4% personally. And yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but it's just that I don't have all the capital yet. So again, it's like I'm just like everybody else, right? Like, I'm trying to pass as many prop firm challenges as I can so that I can get to the point where I'm risking 10,000 per trade. Like, that's what I want to do, right? Because yeah, that is life changing. You know, again, I'm aware that it doesn't really bring the freedom, but it definitely does. It definitely helps with, like, raising your capital game, like raising your capital bag, like, very, very quickly, you know. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and kind of speak my mind about that and tell you guys about that part of my journey. Like, if you notice, as the videos go further along, I'm getting like more and more vulnerable, more about my past and, you know, my whole journey, because that's what I want to do. You know, the next video that's gonna drop tomorrow, or really tonight, is another video that you know, I encourage you to watch. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and talk about that, and just kind of like let you guys know where I'm at with that part of my journey, you know, as far as prop firms go, and my past, my history with it, and just my relationship with prop firms, which right now is kind of like, it's not the healthiest, to be honest, right? And it's not like it's the prop firm's fault, not really. But yeah. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you guys are liking this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate the love that I'm getting. It's not a whole ton. I don't have like thousands of views and whatnot, but we will get there. I'm gonna rock with whoever's gonna rock with me, and I'm comfortable with that, and I appreciate that. So you guys just like, subscribe, share the video with whoever, you know, you think might benefit from hearing this, gain some value from hearing this. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, appreciate you. I'm about to just go, you know, kick it with my family on this Saturday night, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.